Hi guys, my name is Susanna and today we are going to have a look at another grammar topic and we are going to deal with verbs must and have to. So basically we use these verbs when we want to talk about things that are necessary to do, right? So when you say, oh, I have to work today, it just means it is necessary for me to work. I really have to do it. Yeah, so it is my obligation. It is necessary for me to do it. However, there is a slight difference when we use them in meaning. So we are going to have a look at that today. So basically, when we use the verb must, yes, then basically we use it when we want to talk about our own feelings. In other words, what we think is necessary to do. So as you can see in the example here, if you say, oh, I must see my parents, I haven't seen them for a long time. Basically, it means if you say, I must see my parents, it means I think it is necessary for me to go and see my parents. It is my feeling. Yeah, I must do it because I feel that way. Right? In the same way, if you say, I must study harder because my grades are really bad, it just means that I want my grades to be better. So this is why I say I must study harder. I feel it's necessary for me to study harder. Yes, so it is about my feeling, what I feel is necessary to do. However, if you use have to, like it's here, then basically we use it for things that are also necessary to do, however, not in our opinion, or not maybe also in our opinion, but not because we feel like it. It's more like a rule or even a fact. So imagine if you go to school, then there is a rule about wearing uniforms, right? And it means that maybe at your school you have to wear a uniform. Yeah, so then you can say, I have to wear a uniform at school. It is a rule from the school that we have to do. Yeah, it is necessary for us to wear them. In that case, you will say, I have to wear it. You don't wear it because you want to or because you feel it is necessary for you to wear it, but because the school tells you to do it. All right. In the same way, when we talk about facts, let's say that I can't see very well. My eyesight is really bad. It's very poor. And in that case, I will say, oh, I have to wear glasses. Yeah, I have to wear glasses. It is necessary for me to wear glasses if I want to see everything clearly. All right. So that's a fact or an example for the fact. Okay, so I hope it is clear because now we are going to have a look basically also at their negative forms because there is a little difference there as well. So let's start with mustn't. When you use the verb mustn't or mustn't do something, basically you use it when you want to say or when you want to express that you cannot do something, or in other words, it is necessary not to do something. So for instance, if you go to a restaurant and they have a sign like this or with a cigarette which is crossed out, then that they can tell you, oh, you mustn't smoke here. It means you can't do that. It's against the regulations. It's against the regulations here. You cannot do that. It is not okay. So in that case, they will tell you, you mustn't smoke. Right? In the same way, if you go to school, maybe your teachers or you can say, oh, I mustn't wear pajamas to school. It means it is not okay for me to wear pajamas. It is, again, against the rules. I cannot do that. All right? So just remember that if you see mustn't, it means you cannot do something. It is not okay. It is against the rules usually. All right. However, if you use don't have to, then basically you just want to express that it is not necessary for you to do something, but at the same time, it's okay. At the same time, it's okay if you do it. Yeah, so for example, I can tell you, oh, you don't have to clean the flat today. You don't have to clean the flat today. It means if you clean it, it's fine. But if you don't, it's also totally fine, right? It is not necessary for you to do it today. In the same way, for example, if you work and at your work you have a Saturday off, it means that you can say, oh, we don't have to work on Saturday. Again, it means it's okay if you work. Yeah, no one is gonna tell you anything. But if you don't, it's also totally fine. So it is not necessary, again, for you to work on Saturday. Yeah? Cool, guys, perfect. Now that it's clear, let's have a look at its form if you don't know it yet. So basically, when we talk about the verb must, it is important to remember that we can only use it in the present tense or in the future tense in this must form, right? So if you say that you do something or you must do something every day, or that you basically must do something tomorrow, you can use that. However, only in this must form. Okay, so for example, you can say I must work. So again, this can mean I must work every day, but you can also say, oh, I must work tomorrow. Yeah, as if for the future. Must is quite easy because it doesn't change its form. It will be always must, right? So you will say I must work, you must work, but also he must work, or she must work, or we must work. Right? So if we say this, it means it is necessary for us to work. If you want to say it is not necessary for you to work, but it's okay if you work, then we will use don't have to. Okay? So we will say I don't have to work, you don't have to work, he doesn't have to work, and we don't have to work. Right? If you have a look at the questions, basically there we can use must. So you can say, oh, must I work? Must I work every day? Or must I work tomorrow? Must you work? Must he work? Must we work? Or must they work? And so on. Yes, so just remember, in this must form, you can only use it in the present tense and in the future tense. However, if we have a look at have to is the verb that we can use in the past tense, in the present tense, but also in the future tense. And you will basically work with this have to, and you will change its form according to the tense. So when we talk about what we have to do every day, then basically it's present simple, and the verb have or have to basically behaves in that way too. So you can say I have to work, you have to work, but with he, she, it, we know that the verb changes into S form, so has to work. We, you, they have to work. Again, the negative form is the same as what we have just seen in the previous slide. I don't have to work, you don't have to work, he doesn't have to work, we don't have to work, and so on. Again, if you use it in the past tense, for instance, you have to change the form of the verb have into had, or have to into had to. Yes, so you can say I had to work yesterday, you had to work yesterday, it or he had to work yesterday, we had to work yesterday, right? In the negative form, I didn't have to, you didn't have to work, he didn't have to work, and so on and so on. In the question, basically, we will use the auxiliary verb do in case of the present tense. So you will say, do I have to work? Do you have to work? Does he have to work? Do we have to work? Right? Again, if you want to use it in the past tense, for instance, do changes into did. Yeah, as in normal past simple. Did I have to work? Did you have to work? Did he have to work? And so on. Yes? Cool, guys. Perfect. So basically, that is all I wanted to share with you today. So just remember and keep in mind a little difference between must and have to, and mustn't and don't have to. So one more time, just to revise it very quickly, when you use the verb must, then basically it means that you feel it's necessary for you to do something. If you use have to, it means that it's like a general rule. So a general rule says what you have to do, what is necessary for you to do, like your boss, your headmaster, and so on. Or it can be a fact, right? Like with the glasses, I can't see, so basically I have to wear glasses. It's not because I feel it's necessary, it's just like a fact, I just can't see, right? In case of mustn't, it basically means you cannot do something. It's against the rules to do something. However, if you say that you don't have to do something, it means you can do it If you don't do it, it's totally fine too. All right? Cool, guys, perfect. So I hope it is all clear to you. I hope that now you kind of see the difference, the slight difference between the two. If you have any questions whatsoever, don't hesitate to ask us. Either you can write us an email, you can ask us in the comments below. I will be more than happy to answer all of your questions. If you like this video, if you would like to see more of them or more of these kinds of videos in the future, please don't forget to subscribe here. And yeah, I just wish you a really great day, and I will see you very soon. So bye.